really get some kind of theme music. I gotta talk to a guy I know, because that would be much better than me just kind of talking into introductions like I'm doing right now. We are back. Those of you who catch this live, sorry about last week. The rest of you, well, you didn't know any better. We are currently in a little bit of a situation. Does anybody want to talk about a recap about what has happened over the past 2 sessions?
Uh, well, we were hired to stop a gang war, and we may have
That,
accomplished that, and not in the way that what he was expecting.
by stop a gang war, you mean start a gang war.
I mean,
I feel like the term escalation could be used.
that's a very good word for this situation. Yes. So instead of trying to figure out what went wrong, since Fenway was one of the was kind of allied, his roommate was in one of the gangs, so we kind of threw a lot in with them, which ended up turning it a bit bloody.
Yeah, one might say that.
I say a bit, but it's a lot more than a bit.
So you were hired by Mr. Johnson that owns a small bar. I believe it was the Lone Palace. That's what I called it. I don't remember because it's been a couple of weeks now. And he wanted you to kind of return things to the status quo. The Scatterbrains and the Kabuki Ronin had gotten into a bit of a scuffle, something over boundary lines and whose turf was whose. It turns out that Fenway's buddy, Roland, is a member of the Scatterbrains, and his gang was the aggressors. Now, Mr. Johnson just wanted the fighting to stop because it's bad for business, and offered to pay you guys about 5,000 nuyen to get this handled. He then was negotiating, and you guys managed to talk him up to an extra 1,000 if you got it done within 48 hours.
Yep.
Uh, then there was a small bar fight, which, no big deal. You guys are big, tough Shadowrunners. You were able to take care of that, turning one of the Kabuki Ronin guys into a bunch of kibble on the floor of said bar. Whoops. You guys then talked about things for a little bit, found out some locations, and then got the idea to talk to the Scatterbrains for kind of like, hey, this could be a thing you're into. And then we had our Can You Dig It Warriors Giant Gang Party moment. And turns out that the Kabuki Ronin found out that you guys were planning to assault them the next night. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
That made things slightly more awkward. The backup Scatterbrains that were supposed to be I don't know if they would be the hammer or the anvil in this situation, but they were supposed to come in while the sneaky murder Shadowrunners took out their leadership from behind out of their headquarters. But with the leaked information, well, they kind of took some steps to slow you down and kind of prevent it. Not like big, huge steps, because it was only kind of word on the street at a drunken gang party thing that this kind of came out, but it was enough to be like, all right, maybe we should just like have people on the street looking out and have our people with guns and take a couple of other precautions. And turns out you guys did actually go and start murdering a whole bunch of people. When we left off, we had kind of fast forwarded cinematic through the cleanup. It's about 12:22 in the morning right now. The I think the entire team is in the Improv Kabuki house. Rico got a very interesting message. Rico, would you like to share that with the class?
Nah, we're good. I got a picture. She wasn't that pretty. I deleted it.
Nothing could go horribly wrong.
Not at all.
For the record, Rico made a small... Well, probably didn't really realize he was making a deal with the Yakuza a little while ago. And they sent him a message to make good upon said deal that he didn't realize he was making. He promptly deleted said message. We'll see what happens. Oh, and Handels totally had the opportunity to read that message because Rico asked him to check it for exploding matrix things.
And I couldn't help sneaking a peek.
Of course not. You had to make sure that there wasn't anything, bad about it. Is there anything you guys want to talk about with the recap before we get into it?
So to add some things to the recap, at the beginning of this, and especially when we decided, or right as we were deciding that we were going to back the Splatter Bay brains, Rico decided to run over and start slashing their tires, which also almost cost us a diplomatic incident. In the bar fight, that was a small situation that the Kabuki Ronin had done that Rico immediately escalated by running in there and trying to attack. He failed miserably multiple times and had to be saved, thus dragging us into the conflict. And then when we got to the place, we had everything on lockdown. We were doing good stuff, and I was like, "Hey, watch for traps!" And no, kick the door open and like start throwing grenades over the balcony before the backup got there.
I mean, on that front, there was a trap, by the way. There was a flashbang trap that they tripped. That was nice.
I know that we could see from the camera, and we said, "Check for traps," because there was something.
No, we couldn't see. We couldn't see the trap. I don't remember that.
We did. He said there was something dangling from a string.
I did describe it as, you know how you have those light bulbs in your hallway that just kind of dangle down? You couldn't really identify it as specifically a light bulb. Turns out it was a very high intensity, short duration light bulb.
Also, in my defense, I was busy trying to convince Rico to put on the clown suit.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
I was
right.
distracted.
You totally met Cyberpunk Harley Quinn.
So the general theme I'm getting to here is that we have had 4 professionals trying to work and solve a goal, and 1 anarchist that is running around firebombing everything and getting us into trouble.
Good news, I made about 300 new yen off of slashing the tires.
I'm an entrepreneur. What can I say?
I don't know if I would necessarily call him a neo-anarchist, but, this is definitely... Perhaps some poor decisions were made. Time will tell on that one.
Hey, they were rich. Come on.
I mean, kind of. They were able to drop, $300 on getting their stuff fixed right away. So, with that, it is a dark, chilly, I believe November-ish night. Or did we? No, we started in October, so it's probably like the end of October. In Seattle, in the docks area, and gunfire for the first time in about 20-25 minutes has finally stopped and settled down. We have our crew of runners, I believe, are all in the improv building that had its door blown open by a giant troll with a rocket launcher.
I think
likely
Cross
me
is in his van.
Yeah, me and Handles
With
are probably
handles.
still in the van.
Yeah.
It's time to get out of here, I would say.
We probably rolled up to start loading my stuff back up. But yeah.
What do you guys want to do?
Rico walks up and gives Cross his gun back.
I appreciate that. Yeah. I will take my gun back and then continue loading my shit up to get the fuck out of here.
Do you tell him how
Fenway.
good the gun did you?
Oh yeah, I tell him that it's a piece of garbage because there's no full auto. Like, who doesn't have a gun without full auto? Come on, assault rifle, not a pistol.
It's called user error, Rico. Nothing to do with the gun.
No,
Kinda-
totally gun, guys.
I don't remember
100%
what kind of gun it was. What
It's a Colt Inception.
do they actually not have full auto?
I think they. I mean, I don't think they don't.
Anyway,
Insane.
continue. I'm
it's
gonna look it
typically-
up out of my own curiosity.
Yeah.
It's burst fire only if it semi-burst. If I'm remembering correctly.
It's not important. Continue on with discussing what you wish to do.
Yeah, I'll help Cross load up his stuff.
Oh yeah, it's only burst fire.
I've discarded my clown outfit and like basically just walked up to the van and settled in because I have nothing to do with the clowns, I keep wanting to say monkeys for some reason.
Wow. I don't think that's okay.
Fenway's probably going to be cleaning up his tracks or cleaning up his astral signature before backing up and looking across to see if he's doing medical aid or not.
I am not.
Handles was the medical type person.
Oh, handles.
I do know first aid. If you get shot, I can roll 6 die. Yeah.
Better than nothing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, do we have a timer on, like, because we have like a 1 hour police response time? So it's like, I think it's like about 25 minutes have passed.
Yeah, so we probably got about 30 minutes if we're
Still
going
like,
off
get the
what
fuck
we
out.
knew. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Well, here's the question: is Handles performing medical stuff, or is he GTFO?
So it depends on how long that my police coverage Spidey sense told me I could stay here, because I would try to stop anybody from bleeding and stabilizing them as much as I could, but at the same time, I don't want to be here when the cops show up.
Do you want to roll your first aid, and we'll see how good you're able to do before? This is kind of like a general stuff.
Can Fenway help him out with his heal spell at all, or to try to expedite him?
So not exactly, because if you use healing magic on somebody, they are no longer a viable target for first aid. So I would imagine you're kind of like, he's first aiding people, and you're kind of coming behind them, dropping the heals on them. Because that way, like, they get both benefits, rather than splitting up. Unless you guys really want to split up because you really want to get out of here, but that would have been my thought on how you guys handled it.
There's 8 successes, so I think I could patch up some woundy people.
Fenway's going to take direction from Handles on this, how he triages and taking his direction on the healing.
Yeah, he's got many points in that skills, right? Yeah.
Many points and a rating 6 kit.
Yeah, he has brains. Okay. So there's a lot of scatterbrains. There's a couple of Kabuki Ronins. Are you triaging everybody, or are you leaning one way or another?
I'm going by stabilize. I'm going by wound condition, not by partisanship. I don't care who the ganger is. I'm trying to save as many lives as I can in as short amount of time as I can.
Okay. So as you're doing some stuff, you will notice that, you're a minute or two into bandaging up people, probably on maybe your 3rd or 4th person, and there starts to be a small line that forms up with a couple of scatterbrains coming up. They're minor wounds, gunshot here, but nothing like this dude is gut shot, bleeding out all over the place, a couple of shoulder grazes, that kind of thing. That kind of stuff. For the rest of you guys, you see this small crowd forming, and it's starting to look like it's going to take a little bit of time to get out of here.
I got a bike, guys. Who wants to go with me? Because I'm heading out.
It's basically, I'm just gonna basically send Handles a text message like, "You're on a time limit here, bud. Either
Fenway's gonna go up to Giggles, the big troll in charge of Scatterbrains, and kind of just say, we're on a clock. The heat's coming down on us, and tell them that they're going to be here in a couple of minutes. See if he can organize them to get out of here before the police come.
Sure. How much of a rush are you in? Because I have this feeling that after everything kind of settles down, your buddy Roland is going to come and try and find you. Because, you're pretty awesome. And this was totally your idea, not anybody else in your squad.
Well, how much would Handles impress upon me as far as the time that we have left? I'll determine how quick I am on how urgent.
I would be trying to convince you to get the people who don't who aren't about to die that you have any influence over to get the hell out of here.
All right, so I'll take that as trying to get out of here quickly, so I'll probably be rushing.
Okay. So you're kind of hot-footing it through the scatterbrain. So we're in a mix of, let's say, looting and celebrating and occasional gunshots into the air, and there's totally a couple over there having sex, and it's just, everything that you could ever want in a gang-related aftermath of violence. Um, you'll be able to catch up to Giggles pretty easily because he's a giant troll with a sad sack face, so he kind of stands out. Um, and he'll kind of look down at you without smiling because he doesn't smile, hardly ever laughs, and give you like the nod of like what you want.
Just wanted to give you a heads up. The police will be here in probably less than 10 minutes if you want to start getting people out of here before the heat comes down.
He looks to a couple of the guys you recognize from the party that were sitting at his table, lieutenants or captains, depends upon how they have their um, command structure. As much as a thrill gang based upon being dressed like clowns can have a command structure, and he will reach into his bag and pull out it looks like a bottle of booze, with the exception it doesn't have any kind of label on it, and he begins stuffing a piece of a dead Kabuki Ronin shirt into the top of it. What's everybody else doing? Cross, you out of here yet, or are you waiting to pick up handles?
I'm basically like, it's like now or never. I'm heading out.
Okay.
If you wanna
Rico, are
ride
you
handles.
gone? Rico?
Sounds like a yes.
I mean, I
Quite
guess he actually
literally.
is gone then.
Oh, no, sorry, I was muted.
It's fine. Have you already left?
No, I'm revving my engines right next to Handel's car. Cross's car.
Okay.
Man, I'm like, come on, let's go.
Sure.
When-
Splatter, where are you at?
Yeah, I'm near the van as well.
Okay.
Probably waiting for these guys to get a move on.
Sure. Handles, I imagine you're still doing some first aid-y stuff, or are you trying to get out of here now and break it off?
Let me ask you this: if I break off now, are there people, even after my 8, are there people who are likely to die before medical attention can arrive?
Why don't you roll a perception test and we'll see what you can find out.
All right, let me see.
Kind of like a just, checking them over, a quick little triage. Because you did pretty good on your heelsy dice.
So I'll do it. So it's 12. All right.
All right. So you don't see anybody that's really in the I'm going to bleed out in the next 10 minutes kind of way. However, for air quotes medical attention they will receive, they will probably need a little bit more of it because they will likely, if they are still here, be banged around, thrown in the back of a paddy wagon, and sent to jail. And that's where they might get their medical aid.
I'm okay with that, but do I think that there are still a couple people that couldn't survive being thrown in the paddy wagon to be taken to medical jail?
No, you feel like nobody here is going to die in the next couple of minutes.
Okay, so then I grab my armor jacket because I was about to hand off my armor jacket, my gun, and tell everybody to go. But if it looks like they're gonna survive, then I'm like, yeah, let's get the hell out of here, and I run for the van.
Okay. Fenway, you doing anything with the interesting situation you just found yourself in?
I am probably going to follow suit and try to catch up to the team.
Okay. As you do, Giggles will take out a large cigar, chomp off the end of it, and then kind of light it with a thumb lighter. Like, not an actual lighter, but he has a cyber lighter in his thumb. And he lights his cigar and begins walking deeper into the middle of the improv theater.
Can Fenway shoot a quick message to Roland warning him?
Sure. That Giggles is about to burn the place down.
That and the police are on their way.
Okay. Yeah, no, you can totally send that message, and the camera will kind of zoom out as you guys drive off into the night. Um, the last scene the camera shows is the giant troll lighting the Molotov cocktail with the cigar in his mouth and just fire, minor explosion, uh, and then walking away. Nice and silhouetted by fire. Where are you guys heading?
Where are we heading then? I'm just like starting to just drive out, so
That's probably a good
wherever
idea.
we- Yeah.
Do you want
I
to give
guess
me
back to the restaurant.
those of you who
Do
are
we want-
driving? Do you want to give me a pilot test to drive casual?
Okay. There's that.
Maybe.
I'm coming.
Okay. There you go. So as you guys are not quite hauling ass on out of here, I find it a little bit hard to believe that Rico does anything really super casually, which kind of explains the small difference there. You will notice a helicopter or two. Kind of hard to tell which one is specifically like police response, which one is perhaps just news. Couple of cruisers will go by you guys, and looks like a roadmaster, kind of rolling by. Those are usually, SWAT
Heavy duty.
and stuff. Yeah. So did you guys say you were going to the bar, or were you guys going somewhere else?
It's totally up to everybody else.
I mean, I don't think we're going back to the bar in this area. We're probably going back to the Cross's place, because I think that's like a unofficial HQ for the moment.
Do we want to call the Johnson?
I mean, not right now. I feel like let the heat die down a little. Let's, because after this, there's going to be like very few gang members left,
You hear a
and
fire
then
truck,
we make the call.
like just somewhere outside your windows as you're driving. Sirens.
Rico send a text. Anyone wants coffee?
Where are we going to get coffee at this time of night?
Oh, Rico knows a place. Would I know any coffee shops that are open?
I mean, you can always get coffee at the Stuffer Shack. They have this really nice, like, Southern Colombia, like, that kind of area. Because, Stuffer Shack is run by Ass Technology. But I don't know. Would you know a place you can go get coffee at 12:30?
I have Seattle coffee shops as a knowledge skill.
All right, let's
Wait,
roll it. Let's see if you know a coffee shop that's open.
It very much seems like something that Rico would know. My mind.
So, I'll start this off, and you can pick it up where I leave off. There is a coffee shop, but it's not amongst Rico's favorites because of just the kind of people that are there. What else can you tell me about this coffee shop?
Well, it's a very popular dwarf hangout
Wow. Wow.
with the occasional Yakuza guys in there as well.
Oh, this is getting better every second.
And their coffee's like Starbucks regular black coffee, not that great.
But
But they're open late, so you
Is
got to
this-
do what you got to do for your coffee.
is this just a noodle shop that sells coffee?
No, it's an actual like coffee shop.
Okay, because I was kind of feeling with the Yakuza folks there. It may just be a
The noodle shop's like 3 buildings down.
God, yeah. That's why
Since
they're
it-
there. Is
Since
it?
it's a dwarf hangout, it's
I mean-
called the Small Cup.
Wow.
Man,
No, you see, that's if it was branding, but it's actually dwarf owned. So it's called
Is that Dwarven Networking?
uh-huh.
Okay.
But it's still totally terrible when it's called the Seven Cups.
Because he has a wife and 5 children, of course.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, that'd be too easy. Was the other thing.
I don't know what other thing you're talking about. No cease and desist letters, please. All right. So, yeah, this is the place that you guys pull up to. That for some reason, maybe the noodle shop, maybe it's just some of the teas they serve, really popular with the Asian American crowd.
I mean, I was gonna say that when we say Yakuza, in Rico's mind, it's basically just Asian people, right?
I mean, probably.
Yes. 100% yes.
But no, this is where you are. There's a handful of people here. The eldest, let's go with the eldest daughter, is like the manager on duty, and there's a couple of other.
Is somebody sleeping?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, sorry, I thought I heard snoring.
Wouldn't
Just
be
stop. Never mind.
All right, you're just crazy. That's
Before we
I heard
walk
it
in,
too.
can Fenway make sure that everyone's got all the clown stuff off?
fine.
I mean,
no,
I was.
that's pretty easy to figure out. You look for the person that looks like a lunatic.
I figured we all tossed that already.
Just making sure.
So, yeah, you guys walk in. There's a delightful little AR chime that signals your entrance, and just like 2 baristas back there. Couple of normal patrons. Rico totally spots a small group of 3 Japanese folk in the corner and some okay, maybe, a year or 2 old suit in the one corner. What do you
I
guys
mean,
want?
while walking in, I've got a look on my face that like I can't believe I'm going in with these people to like a bunch of dwarves, hang out, like worst possible thing I could have done, and probably like as far away from Rico as possible, like as if I'm not with him. He just sort of entered with us, but we're not actually together.
Sure. So are you guys all pretending like you don't know each other, or are you guys gonna all sit together like a group of shady folks?
I mean, I assumed we were sitting together, but
Yeah, I'm sitting.
Splatter
Right,
doesn't want to.
I'm sitting right next to Splatter as soon as I get my drink.
Okay.
So we all crowd into a booth that only accommodates 4 people before Rico can get to the booth.
I mean, that doesn't. I don't think that would stop him because you only have 3.5 people there.
Oh boy.
I need to look for another group, man.
Rico pulls up a chair, and, like sits down with it backwards
Mhm.
because he totally respects the dwarf space.
Okay.
Is that
So
what that is?
He's a valued member of the team, even though he's a dwarf. He makes up half a person, and that counts as a whole person in Rico's mind.
Oh. So,
Is that an aw kind of thing? Is that worth an on?
maybe, but I feel like the moment has passed. So, do you guys want to talk about anything while you're here?
I probably not. I assume we just get some coffee.
Well, you guys do have the option of talking
like-
via AR. Like,
Yeah.
you have
Okay,
a-
that's true.
Well, Fenway
Oh,
might bring up.
maybe
Didn't you guys say after this run we would probably get another place or a hangout?
An idea.
Yeah, I'm
I mean-
reevaluating some things. Since handles.
Oh, can we have like a look at like the local news or whatever? Like see like what's actually going on in the
like
area?
a TV up in like the top right or like hanging on a corner.
yeah, there definitely is. Let me ask the question then, Rico. How close is this place to where you guys just did whatever it is you're doing?
Oh, it's totally out of the way. Like it was like a 25-minute drive. Like
Sounds like somebody's trying to seduce me with their breathing into their microphone. Okay, so it's, about 1 a.m. And yeah, this has probably made a little bit of the early morning, late evening news. Um, because there's a fire. It's not exactly a great fire. Or should not exactly going great. Couple of little fires have also popped up. Uh, it's a it's a little bit of a mess. But there's no mention of looking for 5 non-gang related individuals. They mention that there are numerous arrests, and
Makes sense.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they'd probably point out if a troll's been arrested or something. If so, is anything like that.
yeah, for the short while you have been watching, as it begins to continue on to move on to other stories, it made no mention about arresting the leader or giant trolls or that kind of thing. But Fenway probably knows Giggle's not the kind of guy to get arrested. If you follow my ideas there. Do you guys actually want to talk about anything here, or do you want to just fast forward?
I think we just fast forward to like the next day, I guess. After like
Yeah.
some sound sleep, because I want to see like the aftermath, and then let's see what happens.
Sure. So you guys have your wonderful 1 a.m. coffee. Um, go back home, nice and safe and sound. Um, the next morning, dawn will come with rosy gray fingers of the damp, cold Seattle area. Um, I have no idea what time you guys are getting up, so it's up to you.
Uh,
I mean,
Probably
we'll order
earlier
a
than
late night, so probably like noonish. For me, at least.
yeah, no, I'm getting up pretty early. Like actually acting like a normal person, so probably opening my shop.
Okay.
Fenway's gonna see if his roommate is there.
Um, that's a good question. Let's find out if he comes home. Um, as it roll 20 seems to take a second for me to roll some dice. Come on, internet.
I did give him a warning.
He does
Oh.
not come home.
Uh-oh.
You can use that for think about that however you want.
Oh, Fenway may need a new roommate.
Maybe.
Well, hopefully your roommate is not telling the cops right now about his magical roommate who made it all possible.
That's called putting ideas into the GM's head.
I mean, that would probably be a totally separate, different loyalty roll. Which reminds me of another loyalty roll earlier that I put it in my pocket. Don't worry.
Shit.
So yeah, no, what do you guys... The day is yours.
So, we calling the Johnson now, or
Rico's sending text like, I want to get paid. When am I getting paid? Guys, when are we getting paid? Money emoji, and just keeps going.
So I send messages out to everybody but Rico and say, so what the hell? Are you guys cool with this? Because I'm not getting warm and fuzzies.
we talking about how we just probably murdered a shit ton of people last night?
You were definitely accessories.
Yeah. A lot more than needed to have been put down.
I mean, I ain't never happy with killing people, so no, I ain't particularly excited.
I mean more about the loose cannon in our midst.
Oh, that. I feel like I'm a bit biased in this situation, considering the fact that I got paid because of it. So.
And I think technically none of us are aware of the email apart from you and Rico.
Oh
So,
no,
I
I
mean-
tell you sorry, I tell you about all that too. I said, and on top of that, he got some crazy, sketchy thing that looked like a demand letter for him to execute some kind of prearranged run, and that he just threw away. So,
I mean, you don't know that he deleted it unless he told you he deleted it.
well, he did earlier today because people said, "So what was about that message?" And he said, "It's nothing," and I deleted it.
Oh, all
I
right.
don't, was that in character? Like saying that in character to us? Because I don't think it was. I think that was
Oh,
him
okay.
just doing the recap.
Oh, okay. Then never mind.
I mean, because in my mind, Rico's always been a little eccentric, but like that's Rico being Rico, right? He's never really jeopardized the mission. Sure, he's like got us in a little rough spots, but that's what we expected in our like last 2 or 3 runs together. So I don't see like what the big deal is.
I mean, he hasn't jeopardized anything yet. Honestly, this last tire thing, other than me getting paid, which was nice, ended up working out for us because it got them more, I suppose, pissed off at the Kabuki fellas. If you got a problem, that's fine, but that's up to you.
All right, so Handelson's. I like making plans, and I like when things go to plan, and I don't like it when the biggest variable in the plan is a teammate. If you guys are cool with it, then we'll keep rolling. But just know if this crap keeps up, I might have to bail.
I mean, you can always try talking to him. Funny things, words that didn't come out right either. Whatever.
Did
You do you.
Did you still share the information of the message?
No, I paraphrased because you told me I didn't explicitly say I have a copy, so I don't have a copy.
That's fine. No, you can totally have a copy of the message if that's cool with the Rico.
Yeah, Rico wouldn't have thought ahead.
Sure. So for a quick recap, the message had a picture, a set of rough GPS coordinates that were in Cal free, a phone number, and the message of "We have done you a favor. It's time for you to do us a favor, and then bring us the girl."
So what? Hans, do you know what favor Rico did for whatever these people sent? Do you know anything else about this?
Nope. But it's got me extra worried.
Well, this is probably something we should ask about. We want to get the Johnson pay first, or
Yeah, let's get paid, and then I just wanted everybody to know what's up, and that I'm kind of dubious about this ahead of time.
Rico, are you drinking? Is that what that is?
Oh wait, shit! I unmuted. Sorry, that's my
It's your what?
roommate.
Oh, is he actually asleep?
I can never tell if he's sleeping or watching movies.
Oh, okay. 'Cause it's actually kind of crazy that like he is literally sawing logs over there.
Oh no, it's bad. It is really bad.
Just wake him up. I'm sure that'll go well. So, calling up the Johnson, or are you just showing up?
Before that, can we like anything from the news reports after like 24 hours? Like what kind of news reports come in from that incident? Just
So it'll be after about 12 hours, because unless you guys want to wait longer, but like as the time you guys are getting up and going around, the news reports are of just gang warfare breaking out, location, a number of, let's say, 25 people arrested, and they're still trying to get a final count with all of the sinless that are dead, trying to determine how many of them are sinless, how many of them actually have sins, and you know, because a bunch of dead sinless isn't actually news, but a bunch of dead sinners is kind of news. So they're kind of trying to still working on getting all of that figured out.
Fenway's gonna shoot a message over to Handles to ask him if he can get any information to make sure that there's no images of us, and ask him if he sees anything about his roommate.
All right. So let's see. When you go matrix search.
What threshold matrix search are you going for?
I think I'm gonna go for the middle one.
Okay, so a threshold of 3.
Computer plus int plus 2. So 13. All right.
So after about I believe 15 minutes or so, your Google foo turns up. No no public mention yet of looking for specific masterminds or anything along those lines behind the situation. So for the moment, there doesn't seem to be anything, and there's not a easily accessible list of the names of people who have been arrested. Unless you want to go about hacking into Knight Errant to find out more information. It's kind of a wait and see situation.
Anybody know anybody at Knight Errant? Maybe like a detective or dispatcher or somebody in the police?
Nope.
Yeah, any of you
Unless
guys know
someone-
cops? Yeah, cops.
Unfortunately, not.
Cops are really good contacts.
I know a guy at Dock Wagon. Does that count?
Not so much.
No.
I mean, you could call him up. He might have some choice questions for you.
I mean, at this point, I think we're just gonna head down to the coffee shop.
It was a bar. Unless you're going back
Oh, yeah.
to the 7 Cups.
No, sorry. Yeah, the bar.
Yeah.
Around noon, or are you guys going around some other time?
Would they even be open?
That's an interesting question.
I feel like-
Didn't we get a number?
Yeah.
So
I mean, we got a number, but I felt it's better to go down for one. We'll actually get a look of like how much
Oh.
gang presence is there in the area afterwards,
yeah.
and that sort of like make a stronger case for us of like we've actually done our job, and we can, I don't know, do whatever if we're in person rather than on the comm call.
No, I'm with him on that. Yeah.
What are you guys bringing? What are you guys wearing when you go back down to the bar at noon because you don't have drinking problems?
I'm probably in my normal stuff. So armor jacket, just taser, and then pistol or machine pistol in the holsters.
Anybody carrying anything illegal?
Like F rating?
Yeah. That's the super illegal stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm carrying-
I have my monofilament whip in my cyber finger.
Okay.
I have a Lightfire 75 and a concealed quick draw holster.
Lightfire's a F?
Yeah, the 75.
Is that the one with the silencer?
It's a silencer.
That's why it's F. Okay.
Oh, I didn't even know that. That's like my main off pistol.
Yeah, that's because it comes with a silencer. That's why it's super illegal.
Yeah, but it's in the slugging compartment of my bike.
No, that's fine. I'm just asking questions because as you guys go into the area, you will notice that there is some pretty significant police presence for the security
Yeah.
zone that it's in.
Figured that. I'm also wearing my like business suit or my sleeping tiger, I think it's called.
Okay.
Mm.
Anybody else wearing anything super fancy?
Fenway will put on his suit.
Okay.
Trying not to look like a thug, basically. Afterwards.
Instead of a thug, you'll just look like a guy wearing a 20,000 union suit. That's fine. complete opposite end of the spectrum here.
Got a diamond ring on. That's probably the nicest thing I got.
So I have never once drawn or fired my pistol. I might need to retcon it after this if that's okay, because I did not know that my carry around pistol that I got a permit for was actually a forbidden.
I mean, it does have that little F there right next to it.
Yeah, but you're in here live. It's easy. It just shows you all the things you can have, right? So I'm not. I wasn't really looking at the rating.
I mean, I feel like for a 1200 New Yen thing, it's not exactly a retcon worthy item. You can just go buy a new gun.
Okay. I guess that I'll be wearing my Predator, which is bigger and meaner and for somehow not illegal.
Sure.
Okay.
So you guys kind of roll on up to the place. And
Are the guys' guns like super obvious? Because if they are, I'll probably like make a point of like telling them to like leave them in the van or something. Because
I mean, I'm
you
just
guys
gonna
are
be taking
worried
my
about getting
taser
arrested.
with.
yeah,
What's your actual van there, Cross? Okay, it's a Bulldog. All right.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure, considering if it was like a Roadmaster or something, that might be a little bit
Oh,
more
no.
suspicious.
Yeah, I know.
Fenway's
Go ahead.
Fenway's gonna ask Cross if he wants me to make it look any more inconspicuous or anything like that. Kind of like the clown car from before.
If you can think of a way to make it more inconspicuous than a white van, I mean, go for it, but that's up to you, man.
Maybe like a liquor delivery service, since we're pulling up in front of a bar.
Then we need some credentials if we get pulled.
All right, plain white van it is.
Cops never have a reason to look for plain white panel vans.
Oh, Rico's on his bike.
Okay. So as you guys kind of pull up into the area, the bar doesn't have any visible displays of being open because it's noon, and there was just a gang war. But most of the things in this area are kind of. Is it safe to poke our heads up yet?
So there's no cars in the parking lot?
No, there is a lack of functioning cars that you find. A lot of the ones that you do find maybe have some extra speed holes in them or have a whole bunch of gang tags sprayed all over them and that kind of thing. Almost as if a swath of clown-colored locusts came through and left their mark.
I mean, if we see the bar shut, I think we're just gonna like circle back around and like get the fuck out of the area because there's no point hanging around.
Yeah, Rico keeps driving casually.
And then
He
like
doesn't see
call
any
them,
cars.
call the Johnson while we're driving for like setting up a meeting point or whatever, or just talking to him.
Sure. So when you guys call him, he's gonna, in a very tired voice, be like, "Lone Palace, what can I do for you?"
Who's doing this then?
If you want Fenway, will.
Sure.
Hello there, Mr. Johnson. We are calling you because we think we did our part. After this point, everything should quiet down a bit more. A little bit of action, a little bit of noise, and now everything should start to quiet down from this point onward. Would there be a place for us to talk?
A little bit of an awkward pause. Like, yeah, you can come to the bar.
All right. I'm assuming everyone else can hear.
In that case, I'll just start. I mean, it's like, yeah, do we want to pull in or what?
I'll let him know that we'll be coming in shortly. We're in the neighborhood, and I guess wait for Cross to park.
Sure. While you're doing that, can everybody roll me edge real quick?
Okay. On our edge refreshes, yeah.
I mean, you get one back, but it's just your edge attribute, not necessarily the amount you have.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Oh man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. owes me one.
I should have pre-edged it.
I mean,
Pre-edge edge roll.
I think that's all of us, right?
oh, that is all of you. Okay.
My God, Cross, come on, buddy.
What do you? I at least got one. What do you want from me? I'm not feeling lucky today.
It's all right. I can't imagine why you might feel unlucky. So as you guys pull up to the bar, are you going in this time?
Yeah.
Wait. I want to do Matrix Perception.
Sure. All right.
The one thing. Oh wow.
Yeah. I want to talk about fucking.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna spin Edge. I'm gonna reroll that.
Okay.
I think it might be
Everybody's feeling a little bit paranoid, so
I don't imagine why you guys would feel paranoid right now.
Wow. Okay, so still I got 3. Are there icons running silent?
Yes, there are a couple of running silent icons. You'll see at least a singular comlink. And then what looks like an Ingram Smart Gun.
Okay. Are there any like heavy weapons though?
That is the only thing you have seen that is wirelessly active right now. Something about lots of police presence making people not want to have their machine guns on wirelessly.
Right. But no like scanners or anything.
What do you mean?
Like portable MAD scanners or anything like that. Something that might be used by police for like a checkpoint.
Within 100 meters radius of you, absolutely. You got at least 2.
Yikes. Oh, because that checkpoint outside the bar
I mean,
from the other day, is that still there?
did you guys drive by there?
did we?
Or did you go
Okay.
a different way?
I'm pretty sure we would have avoided it.
That's probably a good idea.
All right, I probably got what I'm gonna get. So
Yeah, I'm just walking and knocking on the front door.
Sure. The same kind of thing. Well, it'll take a couple of minutes, like, one, I guess, maybe 45 seconds. And you'll be greeted to the giant snout of the Minotaur from the first time you guys were here. He'll kind of...
Teddy the Minotaur?
What's that?
Yeah,
That was Teddy the Minotaur, right? Or Timmy the Minotaur? I forgot. Was it?
I thought it was Toby. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, yep, yeah, it was Toby.
Somebody
also,
should take
so-
notes.
Did I get anything on that perception check? Just looking around, like as we're pulling up, anything
Oh,
of
sorry, I
note?
didn't see it. What kind of stuff were you looking for? Because this place looks like hell.
So, so we didn't see any like vehicles other than some splashed up ones. Any people?
You would have seen people like heads out windows and then like very turtle mode right now.
Okay.
Not sticking anything out there to be shot.
What does the bar itself look like? Like, does it look intact?
It does like these buildings do not look like they were firebombed or exploded.
Okay.
Maybe a couple of stray bullet holes in them just because, thrill gang shooting guns at seemingly random. But no like intense structural damage to buildings, just to vehicles and such.
Okay.
You do probably also notice a couple of blood splatters or 2 in various places. Because people probably got shot. Do you have other questions
Okay.
you want to ask?
You guys think of any or what?
No, I think I'm just gonna like walk right behind Rico.
Okay then. The Minotaur will open the door for Rico and kind of look down at him and look and see the rest of you guys and step back and let you guys in.
Okay. Yep. Think we just walk in. Does he try to like frisk us for guns this time or what?
Nope, he just kind of stands off to the side, giving you guys a little bit of a like a small stink eye.
Okay.
And inside the bar, it's amazing how different bars look during the daytime than at nighttime. There's no stripper right now. Well, that's kind of a lie. You see, like the cat girl is there, and she's got a broom and is cleaning up. One of the other strippers is there, cleaning up some other part of the bar. It doesn't exactly look like the place has been destroyed, but maybe Rockstar Party trashed. So like the tables and booths aren't broken, but they're definitely flipped over, and there's spills on the ground, and
So
yeah, a little bit of
I
a
mean,
mess.
does it look like a regular party night, or like someone like roughed it up especially?
It may have been a special occasion. Nothing like.
so it didn't seem malicious.
There is definitely like some scatterbrains gang tags on the inside of the bar that weren't there last time you were here.
Okay.
That's unfortunate.
More business.
Or less, considering he has to get that paid to now get rid of it, or have people concerned that they're in a gang bar drinking.
Is Johnson at a table, or where is he?
You don't see him at the immediate. There's a couple employees that are cleaning up. The bartender is slowly but surely picking up glasses and checking them in the light to see which ones are broken.
So, how do I want to do this, guys?
You guys all sound really defeated right now.
Rico
why.
walks up to the bartender and asks him how good at his job is he.
How good Rico is, or how good the bartender is?
How good the bartender is.
He's gonna pop an eyebrow and, excuse me?
Just asking. Because you look like you're really good at your job.
He's just gonna kind of, thank you. Can I help you folks?
Yeah, I'm looking for your boss.
Yeah, we need to speak with him about something.
Right.
He's expecting us, if that helps.
So he's gonna head into the back for a moment, like quick knock on the door, and then go in the back, and then a minute or so later, you will see the Johnson come out, and he is on crutches.
Wow.
I feel like that might be a good time to take our first break of the evening. So, go grab a drink, do what you guys gotta do, and we'll see you